How are you, sir?
Fine.
Can you hear me? Turn your volume up.
Can you hear? Can you hear now?
I can hear you now. How are you today?
Fine, fine. Thank you.
Can
So
you
one more
hear?
thing. One
I'm
more
sorry,
thing. My name is Madhu.
Madhu.
Madhu Ramanathan.
Nice to meet you. Can you
Thank.
can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, great. I would like you to tell me your name once more, Madhu.
Madhu Ramanathan.
Madhu.
Uh,
Madhu, I would like for you to share with us your name, the title of your project, and what it is about, and why did you choose the Neo-Noir Film Festival? Talk to us, Madhu.
okay, the name is Madhu, and the title of the film is Death Offers Life, Last Moments of Vincent Van Gogh.
Right.
The reason for which I chose this project is that the irony in the life of Vincent Van Gogh. He was never recognized during his lifetime, but once he died, within 6 months to 1 year, there was a great demand for his painting, and all people who held his painting made a fortune out of it. What the success which evaded him during his lifetime went to others. They made money out of his painting, while Vincent van Gogh died a poor man. He actually was insane, hungry, didn't have two means to buy food or medicine, and pay the rent of his accommodation. For all these things, he made paintings. He drew the paintings of his landlady, drew the paintings of his doctor, a series of paintings, 3 to 5 paintings, and he may have gifted it to the person instead of giving money.
Mm.
So he didn't get anything out of his work during his lifetime. He had sold only one painting in his lifetime. Yeah, it was a pathetic life. He died at the age of 37. It is said that it was a suicide and all that.
I see.
And Mark Twain of America said about something about this, that there are hundreds of geniuses who die unknown to others, not even to themselves.
Wow.
That is what pathetic. Some people never know what they are,
Mm.
and they take light of their life.
Mm.
They do not distinguish that they are a genius or some selected person or person who have been selected to give a message to the world
I
or
see.
to society, because they never get accepted. Some people, some artists, life is has gone like that.
Let
That's why.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Madhu. Go ahead.
That's why I chose this story. It was actually I too am unknown here. This story, I wrote this story first, and it was published in a book. But that was in 2015. Never in that time I have thought that this would be made into a film.
Mm.
Actually, I produced it. I produced it in the name of our children,
Wow.
because no one came forward to produce my story. That's why I produced it.
Let me ask you, Madhu. Uh,
Okay.
we have a lot of stuff happening in America right now. We have a lot of social unrest. We have a lot of racial unrest. We have a lot of unrest all around the world, around the board. We have these things called murder hornets. They're coming around biting people in the face and stuff. I want to ask you, do we as neo-noir artists, do we have a responsibility to talk about social issues, uh, important issues? Do we have a responsibility to push the culture forward? Or should we just make great, beautiful films that people love and can use to escape? Do we talk to me about that? What is your view about artists and their responsibility? Do we have any, or should we just make great artwork?
Yes, we have it. Artists do have the responsibility to respond to social issues.
Hmm.
In old times, kings were the promoters of artists. They accommodated artists in their palace. They asked them to draw paintings. The paintings would be mostly of the king, the queen, or their family, or their pets, like that. That is not the duty of the artist to go into some palace to get a high life and draw the picture of the king. Actually, the king may be a bad ruler.
Hmm.
What is going on in the country, like Mary Antoinette, who said that give them cake instead of bread. That may have been an innocent response of her due to her lifestyle. She didn't know the sufferings of the people. The artist must be with the people, not with the kings or the queen. In Russia, we had during the rule of communism, there were many writers who, if they wrote anything about that regime, about Stalin or something, they would be executed. They would be imprisoned. We had Pasternak and we had Nikolai Gogol who wrote Dead Souls.
Hmm.
It is an enchanting work. It's the most attractive work to me. But what happened was that during middle way or during the end, he had to stop it. He went with the administration. Otherwise, he would have been executed.
Hmm.
So there's always a danger that the artist will lose his life to the government or the people around the kings or the rulers. So what is happening in America, BLM and white supremacy, these things is happening in India also,
Hmm.
where far right thinking of the majority people, the minorities, they are fleecing the majority, or like that. This attitude is there all over. Only one thing
Go ahead.
drives the rulers, that is power and money.
Hmm.
For that, they will do anything to stay on in power for years till their death. Even after their death, they are ready to be in the throne.
Does Death Offers Life deal with any social issues that you can think of? Does it have any themes that we need to learn about or deal with today?
Death of a Slave is just a drama. It's about the personal life of an artist who was never accepted. If any message is, is to be got from this, is that whenever you see talent, accept it. Give him or her a comment. It is good. You work on it. I like it. Something like that. Some small words. It would be a great encouragement for the artist. There's actually a dialogue in this movie that the artist's mother dies even before he is born.
Mm.
That means the artist is an isolated person. He is selected by a medium called art for humanity. For that, or she has to undergo great suffering. What happened to Virginia Woolf? She put some stones in a pocket
Mm.
and walked into the water. Immense pressure must have been built on her. She could not cope with life. Like that, uh, many tests would come. You have to suffer it. You have to overcome it. At least if we get recognized, once you get recognized, stories flow out. That is what is said about the artist and his mind and his work. If he is not accepted, he would get more isolated. He may curse himself. What I have become, why I was made like this, something like that.
I see. Now let me ask you, Madhu, uh, do you have any female characters in your story?
No, there is only two characters in this story. One is Vincent Van Gogh, and the other is Death.
Wow.
So the females in here are actually in the production scene. My daughter's name is there as a producer, and our costume designer is a female.
I see.
Uh,
Because
uh,
I wanted to ask you, Madhu, because I wonder sometimes, do we give or allow the women to help create our female characters? And how do you create an authentic female character that is believable to women, that they can say, this is a true woman? What would be your advice for getting a female character if you're a man?
Female, what we can see in life, Margaret Thatcher of UK, Indira Gandhi of India, Sheikh Hasina of Bangladesh, and Jacinda Ardern of New Zealand. They are in the top position. So they can come there. It is normal to be a female and it is normal to rule over the male who think they are superior than the female, which is just blunder. The mother is the greatest being on earth.
Wow, wow.
She stands equal to God. It is said that God created mothers as he could not go to all places. Mothers take care things for God.
Let me ask you, Madhu, we have about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
What do you say to the aspiring neo-noir writer who's just starting out, who's 12 or 13? We go to a lot of elementary schools and grammar schools, and these guys are too young to be private eyes and femme fatales and mastermind criminals. What should a young person who wants to write neo-noir, how should they start? How should they begin?
The main question is, how do I know that I am an artist, I am a painter, I am a writer? For that, you have to pass at least some age. You have to live for some time. Only after that you know that you are made for this. Once you know who you are, what you can make, you have to observe. You have to look at things. You have to see, hear, and experience the injustice of the world and write something about it, where you can change it, how you can change it. We can't write it as a news report, but so we should create a story, something like the situations and other things taken from the real life. It's like it's fiction and life, fiction and fact. Both have to go side by side.
I see. Finally, Madhu, maybe not finally if I come up with more questions, but the
Okay.
two questions I have for you now is, first of all, where can we reach you for more great neo-noir? And what's your favorite neo-noir films that you've watched? Talk to me about those two things.
N.A.N.R. film. Yesterday, I had a discussion with my son where he said that Drive of Ryan Gosling. That's a N.A.N.R. film,
Okay.
and I am planning to watch it. Other things I think is Gangster Squad. It's a favorite film of me.
Okay.
I think that comes under this category. Yesterday, my son told me that Hitchcock, some of Hitchcock's films come in the that's black and white, and something like that. What was the first question?
The first question is, how do we reach you for more great films like your film? How can we contact you if we want to see more work or we want to make some movies with you?
I am in Facebook. My ID is Madhu Narayanasamy Ramanathan. If you search Madhu N.R., I have given my phone number there. I have a site, Madhu _ N.R. And I am in social media. In Twitter also I am there.
Okay.
Anyway, you can contact me.
All right.
I am ready to write. I am ready to write.
Yes, you won an award from our production staff, so I want to make sure we know how to contact you. And we have your information on file as well, but I wanted the people to know who are watching this interview how they could reach you as well. Let me ask once more, Madhu, let's pretend we're on a talk show here. We kind of are. What's your favorite scene in your movie that you'd like to share with us? Let's pretend we have a big screen on somewhere right now. What's your best scene in the movie right now that you think is the best scene?
Our movie is only 8 minutes.
Oh,
Only 8 minutes.
okay.
In that, there is about 5 to 5.5 minutes talks is there. A conversation between Van Gogh and Death. The favorite scene is, actually I should not say it, the pathetic condition of Van Gogh, where he says that I can bear hunger but not insanity. What if I come again, and what if I become insane again?
Mm.
And the scene where he says that the artist's mother dies before he is born. That's my favorite thing.
Finally, Madhu, we've come to the close of our program. I like to close every program with some wise words of wisdom my mom or some alcoholic on the corner told me to say. So my favorite line is that I learned recently is, down these mean streets a man must go who is neither tarnished nor afraid. And get you, ya, 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 ya. Those are my favorite quotes. What's your favorite quote that you've heard from a wise mother, a wise man, or what's something you've heard that you'd like to share with the people in closing? Or it can be from your script. Talk to us.
What we are facing is the disaster to the earth caused by the climate change. We have only one home, one earth. Actually, we are a bird living in a tree. Please don't destroy that tree. Don't cut it off.
Mm.
You have no other place to go. There are talks that like that we are going to the Mars or to Venus or to the moon. That may or may not happen. What we have now is our only home, known as Earth. So we have to abide by this mother. This mother gives us everything. So don't destroy her.
Mm. Madhu, we want to thank you for sharing your great wealth of knowledge with us. Here's a weird question. What would the Madhu of today tell the Madhu of 10 years ago?
The insanity has grown less. I have matured.
Okay.
That's what happened when you grow up.
All right.
When we look back, we see that we could have avoided many situations. We could have made it more livable, life more livable, and we could have said some good things to others then too.
Thank you, Madhu. Be well. Everyone have a happy Neo-Noir year. Bye-bye.